So here we are once again with our Mars mission, and I am going to first of all change the inclination. I accidentally time warped the whole orbit, but we're going to fix the inclination so that's a little bit easier for the rendezvous later. And I'm going to use the ion engines, but we have to wait 4 days. We're going retrograde around Mars. Not the greatest thing, mainly because I need to remember that we're going retrograde around Mars. So that is the situation, and I have to be very careful about the RCS propellant. Okay, so that's nicer. But I'm still puzzled why we can't see the resources on the surface. The resource display isn't doing its thing. We can see it with, in theory, with ScanSat. I didn't realize ScanSat would I don't think it does preempt the resource overlay, but sure don't get any resource overlay now. I'm not time warping very fast because I have to look at that periapsis and make sure it doesn't do something horrible. Next. Be hilarious if we accidentally crashed into Deimos. Okay. Don't know if we need to get any lower than Phobos' orbit. Ultimately, we might want to, just because it might not be in the direction we're headed out in. Okay, for now that's fine. And let's try and plot the return back, I guess. So 2000, so that's not too bad. But it's actually from close to our apoapsis, so it could be less bad if we were in a nicer orbit. Will it create a node? It does create a node on this one. Doesn't seem like it saved us much though. Mars doesn't have much of that kind of juice. Ultimately, the 600 that we have to pay here might be worth it in order to save the lander some work. Depends on how much spare the lander ends up having. Let me do some more retro burning. If this was helpful, if we were actually going out in that direction, then I'd probably keep it. And it looked like we needed more than 2 years worth left. We do have that. Interesting striations there. That Mount Olympus or one of the others? I think it must be Mount Olympus. As our orbit gets faster, it gets harder and harder to do the ion engine burns. I don't think I can do too much more than that. So, anyway, our exit burn. Not ideal, but it's what we've got now. And for the capture, 2,000 there. That's a lot more than I'd like. 1,600 maybe. Anyway, right now our Delta V is including the pod, so, and a lot of supplies too. So let's deal with that, shall we? The question is where to land, because it's not showing me the resource overlay anymore. The good thing is we've got basically full fuel tanks on the lander right now, and we don't want full fuel tanks. So we can use a lot of that fuel to bring this orbit down back to circular. Maybe I should just circularize first and then plan. We do have to be parsimonious with our ignitions. Right now we have 10. And I accidentally had the stuff not settled. Okay. And then we'll just circularize down there before trying to deorbit. Still probably have a bit too much fuel, but not that much. Probably okay. Alright, Scansat, where are our resources now? Gosh. I hope it's right. So we're going like that. Probably we should try to hit this patch then. It's still going a little bit. I would like that stretch, not down here. It's a little bit too tight. I mean, that's only a very small corridor. Let's wait one more orbit then. Still not the best. But... and can I hit that such a tight spot? I don't know. I mean, if we use a different cutoff, let's say 1 instead of 1.5. Yes. Alright, well, we'll try to land there. So, we're trying for that area. I'll try and get, say, 15 degrees south. And 106 west. I don't want highlands. Ballast mariners are right there, but apparently it doesn't have the resources in this save. Okay, so it's showing me the result of the maneuver there. So what I really want is to go like that. But that's costing a crazy amount. What? Hold on. How do inclination changes around Mars cost that much? We'll try highlands. Okay. In real life, of course, they would have a different deployment for the engine door versus the landing legs. This is just for my own convenience. The landing legs wouldn't keep coming down and being retracted. If Periapsis is over there, maybe I should come in a little bit steeper. I should have probably done the retroburn earlier then. This is all the way over here. We're probably not gonna get within the location I want. And just use RCS. The RCS is not that efficient. Well, 320. It's using the methane and oxygen. I don't even know if I'm gonna get into the atmosphere in time. Oh boy. Well, we'll see where I end up. Oh, now it's showing the overlay. Weird. But it's planning to plop us over here. And I don't know if that's still in a good patch. 23 south, 120 west. Barely, maybe? But then I'm gonna use some lifting entry. Well, let's see. Well, let me just keep this up. Well, target difference has been coming in. But I'm gonna start descent mode soon. And we have a very different trajectory coming in than I had in the testing. Since I ended up coming in steeper because I started the retroburn late. I have armed the parachutes. We are over this region basically, and looking to land within it. Well, because it's highlands, we're not slowing down as much as I would like. We'll see. We need to get below 2,000 meters per second for the parachutes by 8 kilometers. And I will use the engines. Even those have limits. Okay, ignition. Whoa, that's more of a rock than I was expecting. And suddenly tense music. Oh, it's rocking all over the place. We're getting lift though. Okay, don't roll that way though. Don't roll that way. Other way. I don't think this Highland landing is gonna work out for us. Then again, we're about to start going up. So maybe I can just cut that for a bit. Oh, but then it doesn't have the lifting feature as much. Come on, speeds, get low. Eight kilometers is when we need it at 2,000 meters per second or less. It's gonna be close. Parachutes are armed. Is it enough? I said 2,000, but... Pins. Okay. It's deployment. Alright, I think they're holding. Okay, main chutes are out. Let me get rid of descent mode. Okay, stop. Alright, we've made it. Well, we made it, but is this a place where we can drill? That is the question. I didn't put ladders. So we're not gonna have them step out, okay? We'll have to do that some other time. Okay, we've got something coming in. Let's get the reactor out. Deploy. Reactor getting plopped out over there. Activate generator. Okay, we've got our supply. The liquid hydrogen is boiling off too fast again. Let me see, I had a different install where I was using this lander, and maybe I had introduced the changes there but not here. Okay, yeah, possibly crisis averted. This install just doesn't have the changes that I had made. Okay, let's hold off on that. Space Center, restart. Okay, let's see if we can replenish all the things now. It's just the hydrogen. We've got nearly all the methane and oxygen. So constantly that'll boil off again if we don't top it off. We've got a lot of ore. I did not cheat how much the hydrogen boils off. That's we're just gonna have to deal with. All I'm saying is that we should be able to replenish the hydrogen faster than it boils off. And actually it did before. Well, we've got enough ore. Let me just try and reset the drills. We aren't even using our radiators very much. Power radiated 25 watts. We've got heat penetration of 2 kilowatts. That's not super helpful. Well, maybe it's cooling down. Well, we're sort of getting hydrogen. Oh no, it stopped getting it. No, it depends on time warp. Ah, we were getting it. We do seem to get a surplus of ore. In other words, the ISRU unit can't actually convert all the ore. We need to increase the ISRU unit's efficiency so that it can convert more of the ore, since we have ore sitting around that's not getting converted. Okay, we are getting hydrogen right now, but I don't know how long that's gonna keep happening. Boil off is prodigious, 26 kilograms per hour. Let me see if I can run the methane at the same time. No, that definitely draws too much electric charge. Even this is drawing net electric charge. Did a reactor pop in again? Oh, okay, now the electric charge replenishes. Oh no! At that time warp, the hydrogen goes down. Okay, we might be in for it for a while. We aren't drilling for the methane right now. Maybe I can try to get that. If I drill for the methane, the hydrogen boils off. The problem is when you have two converters like this, it basically does one before the other no matter what, as far as I can tell. Even if you start both, it'll just do one. It prioritizes one over the other. We're gonna be a little bit short of hydrogen. What a surprise. Okay, saving. Okay, no, I still need my target. Oh, that apoapsis is really high already. Well, there's certainly the worst case scenario where we were rendezvousing retrograde, so we're not getting the benefit of the rotational velocity. I should have dumped the wastewater and waste too. We'd throttle the methyl oxide of the engine, and we're not getting the benefit from that. In other words, the efficiency would go up. I think I need to take a better trajectory up and probably dump that waste. The fact that we're going retrograde is definitely hurting us here. Well, I don't think we have enough, but let me see how far off we are. Well, we can make orbit, but it doesn't leave us a whole lot for rendezvous. I think I'm gonna try one more time and try to make it a little bit nicer. Alright, fine. I'll wait until the hydrogen comes in. Okay, I'll try with that, but we're still not totally topped off. Boil off is rough. How much drag do we actually get here? Well, a kilonewton. Okay, we are in orbit. We've got 134. I guess we'll have to take that, but it's not great. And the hydrogen will boil off even more. So that's not good either. Let's see if our big ship can come down here and grab us.